How are you doing? I have a little partner in crime here today. This is Mr. John. He actually does exist. I didn't make him up and just live with two cats by myself. He's here. So today he's going to be helping us with our lesson. So today we're going to be doing a read aloud of another poem, which I'm really excited about. And today we're going to be focusing on this idea of perspective and tone. So tone is a word that we've already talked a lot about. It's how a character feels in a poem or a story. And so today we're going to think about perspective. And I put some glasses on our paper ticks. Is how somebody feels or the way that they interpret something. So perspective is the way a character sees something. Hi, Handel. Their perspective helps shape their tone, how they feel. And characters can have different perspectives about the exact same thing. And so today what we're going to do is we are going to name the perspective of two characters in a poem. Today we're going to be reading a poem about an owl and a mouse. And what we're going to be doing is finding the actions and words they say that influence their tone and how they feel. And we're doing this to understand how each character feels so we can comprehend our poem. So as a quick little demonstration to this idea today, we have two pictures that we're going to take a look at. So the first one is a roller coaster. And so what we're going to do is Mr. John and myself are going to read and tell you our perspective about roller coasters and how we feel about roller coasters. And so that way you can see how a character's perspective can change based on the same topic. So Mr. John, can you tell us how you feel about roller coasters?
I'm not really sure I want to go on that roller coaster. It seems a bit scary. I don't really like roller coasters that go upside down. Maybe I'll just skip it and go on the next one.
I love roller coasters. I'm so excited to go on this roller coaster. It looks so fun. I love going upside down. You get to go really, really fast and it feels like you're flying. So as you can see, we both talked about roller coasters, the same one, like we're at Six Flags looking at a roller coaster. But how do you feel about going on roller coasters?
I'm kind of scared. I don't like heights, and I don't like going upside down.
And I really like roller coasters. I get excited about roller coasters. So even though we're talking about the exact same thing, we can have two different feelings or opinions based on our perspective. And then our next picture are some mushrooms. So go ahead and tell me how you feel about mushrooms.
Yum! I love mushrooms. They are so good. I love eating mushrooms on pizza. I think they taste really good.
Yuck! Mushrooms are so gross. I despise them. I pick all mushrooms off of my pizza and other foods, and then I give them to Mr. John. Mushrooms, I think, are disgusting. They're so gross. No,
I think they're great.
He thinks they're great. So even though we're talking about mushrooms, we have two different perspectives on the same topic. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take a look at a poem that you are going to see in Seesaw today. So what you're going to do is I have uploaded this into Seesaw, and your job is after we're done reading it, is you're going to figure out the perspective of the owl and the mouse. So the owl is telling the story through his eyes, and the mouse is telling the story through her eyes. And then you're going to identify the tone. So how does the owl feel and why? And how does the mouse feel and why? And so even though our poem takes place all in the same time and at the same topic, okay? So we're going to give it a read. You ready? So our poem is called Owl Hunt.
It's time to wake up. The moon's in the sky.
Oh no! Time to hide! An owl flew by!
My stomach is growling. I'm ready to hunt.
I need to steer clear of birds on the hunt.
It's best to spot mice while flying up high.
I hope I'm not noticed by owls in the sky.
Ooh, I see movement. It must be a mouse.
Quick, quick, quick! I must get in my house.
Swoop left, swoop right. Fly through the trees.
Dash right, dash left. Help me, please.
He's in my sight. Time to die!
If I can flee, I will survive.
He's running quickly. I've got to hurry.
He's getting closer. I have to scurry.
Zoom, whoosh! I must fly faster.
Skitter, scamper, what a disaster.
Hoo, hoo! Screech, screech!
Help me, squeak, squeak.
My claws are ready for a mousy capture.
I'm almost free from this mouse snatcher.
I'll catch my prey in this final swoop.
If I can't escape, I'll be mouse soup. And scene. Thank you. Thank you. And so you can notice that our poem has two very different perspectives about what may happen and how they are feeling. And so your job is to go into Seesaw. I have this poem in here and you can reread it. And you are going to say the owl is, and you're going to write how the owl is feeling and one piece of evidence why. And then the opposing perspective is the mouse. You're going to say the mouse feels and how does the mouse feel and why. Because I think that we felt two very different ways because our perspectives were very, very different. Okay, first grade? So thank you to Mr. John for helping us today with our read aloud.
Thank you for having me.
And I'm excited to see your work first grade. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.